Welcome to our channel where cosmic adventures and extraordinary journeys come to life. In today's epic tale, follow Michael Anders as he battles fate among the stars. Stay tuned until the very end. You won't want to miss the heart-stopping climax where the interstellar song awakens and reshapes destiny itself. Be sure to subscribe for more amazing stories. Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know where you love to listen. Enjoy the journey. Chapter 1, A Dream at New Frontier Station. New Frontier Station floats in space, orbiting near the moon. Built by an alliance of Earth's superpowers for research and interplanetary tourism, the station is a vast, brilliantly lit metropolis encased in a colossal metallic shell. Despite its orderly, scientific layout, the station buzzes with life, footsteps, laughter, and endless rows of fast food stalls. In a quiet corner of the food court, Michael Anders, a tall, lean American technician with sharp features and an approachable smile, stands pondering the digital menu. He hesitates between ordering a burrito filled with the newly approved synthetic meat and a bland hybrid protein hamburger. At his left ear, his AI assistant Dex chimes in, "Michael, alert! Your energy level is at 20%. You have 20 minutes before hypoglycemic dizziness sets in." Michael frowns and then replies, "Thanks, Dex. I'm just trying to decide here." Dex's metallic yet wry tone continues. "If you pass out here, Interstellar News might broadcast, 'Technician faints from hunger at New Frontier Station.' Not ideal, is it?" Before Michael can offer another retort, the ambient clamor around him falls into a sudden hush. Overhead lights flicker erratically. The station's usual din seems to be sucked into an unseen void. Then, through the slowly moving crowd, a mysterious alien woman appears, clad in a flowing silver cloak that shimmers like liquid light. Her hair, blonde with iridescent hints of blue, cascades in luminous strands. Her skin glows with a warm copper radiance, and her elongated ears catch sounds and frequencies beyond human perception. She strides directly toward Michael and stops before him. Her deep violet eyes seem to open a portal to an unknown realm, captivating him instantly. His heart pounds, whether from awe at her otherworldly beauty or a premonition of an imminent, life-changing event, he cannot tell. In a soft, mellifluous tone that seems to echo like a lullaby in the cold void, she speaks, "Michael Anders, I have seen you in my dreams, across the stars and beyond time." Michael blinks in disbelief and stammers, I'm sorry, have we met before?" The alien woman offers a gentle smile. "I am Serafina, and I have dreamed of you." Dex interjects with its usual precision. Probability of hunger-induced hallucination, 11%. Probability of an interstellar romance scenario, 68%. Likelihood of you uttering something foolish in the next 10 seconds, 99%. Taken aback, Michael manages only a week. That sounds rather specific." Serafina's smile deepens, not mocking but filled with quiet empathy. "You do not yet understand," she murmurs, "but I need you to come with me." Michael's confusion swells. Where exactly is she taking him? Yet he feels an inexplicable pull he cannot resist. As her warm hand briefly touches his senses blur, and he feels as though his very soul is being drawn forward. Amid Dex's persistent warnings, the spark of an adventure is ignited. Thus begins the journey that Michael will never forget. Serafina leads Michael through the labyrinthine corridors of New Frontier Station. Security doors, once forbidding, now open automatically at her touch, as if recognizing her friendly frequency. Dex interjects anxiously, "Michael, we're trespassing in restricted areas. Are you aware of the federal penalties?" Walking alongside Serafina, Michael feels both a surge of curiosity and a mounting apprehension. Who is this stranger, and why does he feel compelled to follow her? They finally reach an old, weathered elevator with peeling red paint. Serafina places her hand on the control panel, and a low, resonant hum reverberates along the metal walls as the doors slide open. "Where are we going?" Michael asks. "Down to the silent ring," she replies, "a forgotten place that holds the seed of ancient memories." As the elevator descends into darkness, Serafina continues in a hushed tone, "My people, the Loratheri, once possessed a unique song, a network of memories, intellect, and emotions woven together across the cosmos. I call it the Interstellar song. Over time, it's shattered into fragments. Few retain even a single piece of its memory. Michael frowns. And what does that have to do with me? She gazes at him with tender certainty. The missing fragment lies within you. You have been imprinted in these dreams, etched into a wave of recollection. I do not know why it is you, but you are the key. Dex chirps in a digital aside. It appears you've been chosen. A heavy burden indeed. Michael forces a laugh, trying to mask his uncertainty. I'm just a technician. Fixing malfunctioning circuits is my specialty. How could I be important? Serafina's voice softens as the elevator doors open. True greatness often hides behind ordinary facades. And you do not walk this path alone. I will be with you, as will others. Before them lies an old storage chamber with crumbling walls and dim, flickering lights. Suspended in the air, their small crystalline fragments emit a ghostly glow. Serafina activates a handheld device. A 3D image materializes, revealing the imposing figure of Vincent, a tall man with eyes burning like embers. This is Vincent, Serafina explains with a grave tone. He was once a Lorathari like me, determined to reunite the song, but his fear of the power of memory led him to renounce it. Now Vincent will stop at nothing to prevent the song's restoration, believing that awakening these memories only brings renewed sorrow. Dex alerts. Data indicates Vincent has been tracking us. He may be lurking nearby. Michael glances around, his simple life of fixing circuits now thrown into a cosmic battle between those who yearn to restore the ancient connection and those determined to bury it forever. His newfound mission crystallizes. Whether by fate or chance, he must join Serafina to gather the scattered fragments of the interstellar song before Vincent can erase them permanently. Serafina guides Michael back to the spacecraft bay, but not through the usual corridors. They navigate vast storage areas piled high with metal containers, their echoes forming a rhythmic backdrop to Michael's pounding heart. In the depths of the bay, they encounter Thrive, a ship unlike any he has seen. Its organic hull, etched with flowing, vein-like patterns, pulses as though alive. Serafina gently places her hand on its surface, and the ship shudders in acknowledgement. This is Thrive, a vessel grown using Lorathari biotech, she explains. It senses our intent rather than being commanded by buttons. Michael's eyes widen in astonishment. Dex echoes his surprise. Biological nanotech? I've read about it, but never witnessed it firsthand. With a soft smile, Serafina leads Michael aboard. The interior is a spacious, circular chamber with seats as soft as water cushions. We must leave quietly, she whispers. Moments later, Thrive detaches from New Frontier Station without a sound, leaving behind a faint glow as Earth and the Moon recede into the distance. Michael's heart tightens with the realization that he is embarking on a journey far beyond the confines of his routine. Thrive glides through space like a fish in an endless, dark ocean. Serafina reveals that their next destination is Crystal Lake, a planet that harbors one of the Interstellar song's lost fragments. Crystal Lake, a small planet whose surface shimmers with a bluish glow. Towering crystalline mountains and a placid, mirror-like lake evoke a fairy tale ambiance. As the ship lands, Michael feels as though he has stepped into a realm of ancient magic, where the crunch of glassy earth underfoot echoes like a fragile symphony. Dex, ever vigilant, advises, oxygen levels are optimal. The surface is safe, though I recommend light protective gear. Nighttime temperatures may drop to 15 degrees. Serafina leads the way through a valley dotted with luminous crystal flora, each flickering like a firefly. As she explains softly, before the fall, Crystal Lake was home to a sanctuary of memories where the Lorathari stored fragments of the song. The first piece we seek lies within. When near the sanctuary's entrance, they find a massive boulder blocking the way. The rough surface seems deliberately arranged. Serafina closes her eyes and presses her hand against the stone. With a subtle crack, the boulder fractures and shatters into rubble. Inside, the sanctuary resembles a forgotten amphitheater. At its center stands a crystalline pillar, emitting a soft blue glow. As Serafina murmurs an ancient melody, the pillar vibrates, and a small, swirling crystal fragment begins to levitate, a delicate spiral pattern etched upon it. Michael approaches hesitantly, his hand trembling as he touches the fragment. Instantly, a jolt of energy surges through him, and fleeting visions flash before his eyes. A magnificent city of light, towering spires, and a star-filled sky. "This is the lingering memory of the Lorathari," Seraphina whispers, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. At that moment, a mocking laugh echoes through the chamber. "You really think it's that simple to claim it?" From the shadows, Vincent emerges. Tall and imposing in a dark cloak, his eyes burn with a fierce intensity. Michael instinctively retracts his hand, clutching the crystal fragment close. Vincent steps forward slowly, brandishing a scepter integrated with energy devices. "Seraphina, do you really believe that piecing together the song will bring peace? You know that reviving these memories only sows more sorrow." Seraphina's tone remains calm yet resolute. "We must remember to heal. Forgetting only lets the pain fester." Vincent gestures, unleashing a wave of deep purple energy that sends Michael and Seraphina reeling. The crystalline floor trembles as if on the verge of shattering. Dex sounds an urgent warning. "Hostile energy detected. Michael, retreat immediately." Yet Michael stands his ground. He senses that releasing the fragment into Vincent's hands would mean the loss of something irreplaceable. Seraphina forms a protective barrier of silver energy around them. Vincent prepares another attack but hesitates, perhaps not yet ready to destroy the crucial fragment. His voice drips with menace. "Remember this, Seraphina. Do not force others to bear the agony of remembrance." After his ominous threat, Vincent vanishes into the shadows, leaving ripples of energy that fracture the sanctuary's floor. Michael nearly collapses, but Dex deploys a mini repulsion field to steady him. Seraphina's eyes brim with concern as she turns to Michael. "Vincent could return at any moment. We must leave now." Still reeling from the encounter, Michael nods. Together they depart the sanctuary with the first crystal fragment of the Interstellar song in hand. On the return journey to the ship Thrive, Michael notices the vessel's hull flickering with an unusual light. Dex quickly scans the structure. Someone has implanted a tracking device into the ship's organic system. Seraphina frowns as she inspects a section of the hull now tainted with a dull gray hue and seeping, glistening droplets. It appears to be a parasitic implant, designed to weaken the ship and betray their course. Michael takes a deep breath. It must be Vincent's doing. He wants to know our destination, or even seize control of this ship. Without delay, the team coordinates repairs. Seraphina channels her empathic powers into the biotech system, while Michael methodically repairs the nanocircuits with his tools. Dex supports by neutralizing malicious code. The process takes several intense hours. Each time Seraphina's hand connects with the hull, she winces as if absorbing the ship's pain. Michael comes to realize that with an organic vessel, damage is not merely mechanical, it is a genuine wound. At last, a silvery glow returns to Thrive's surface, and the ship hums softly as if expressing its gratitude. Seraphina reveals that the second fragment is hidden on Arcturus, a planet scarred by ancient interstellar warfare. They hasten their departure, knowing Vincent's shadow may soon loom over them. Arcturus appears as a desolate wasteland with a thin atmosphere, its surface riddled with deep chasms and lingering clouds of dust, a haunting testament to past devastation. Thrive lands amid the ruins of a once majestic city. This was once the site of the Memory Tower, where countless fragments of the song were safeguarded. Seraphina explained sorrowfully. The war has ravaged everything, yet one piece might still remain. Winding through debris and fractured streets, Michael suddenly spots a solitary figure huddled against a boulder. Approaching, he discovers an elderly man with silver hair and weathered, cracked skin, a relic dressed in the faded attire of the Lorathari. The old man weakly smiles. "It has been so long since anyone set foot on Arcturus." Seraphina gently assists the man. He introduces himself as Ishran, a former custodian of the Memory Tower. Trapped by the aftermath of the war, he has survived by absorbing energy from shattered crystal remains. "The memory fragment still lies within the tower," Ishran murmurs, "but be warned, Vincent has laid traps to keep intruders away." Michael and Seraphina leave Ishran to advance toward the ruined tower. True to Ishran's words, the entrance is rigged with concealed energy sensors. Dex alerts them to hidden metal spheres camouflaged under the rubble, poised to unleash a shockwave at any moment. "Vincent has set up a blockade," Michael whispers. "We must disable these traps." For nearly an hour, they painstakingly identify and neutralize each sphere. Serafina uses her sensitivity to detect subtle energy fluctuations, while Michael deftly severs the sensor circuits. Dex provides algorithmic assistance, neutralizing the triggering signals. With the path finally cleared, they ascend the crumbling tower. In its heart, Ano's heart, amid fallen concrete and shattered relics, stands a fractured crystalline column emitting a feeble glow, the repository of the second fragment. Michael reaches out to grasp the fragment, but at that instant, Vincent appears. "You are persistent," he snarls. Vincent raises his scepter, its purple energy pulsating ominously. Serafina lunges forward, summoning a shimmering silver shield. Their energies clash, igniting bursts of light that illuminate the dark chamber. Vincent shouts, "Serafina, you risk dooming the Lorathari by resurrecting these memories." Resolute, Serafina retorts, "And you would bury them forever, condemning us to perpetual pain." In a heartbeat, a surge of violet energy lances toward Michael. Startled, he barely manages to activate a temporary energy shield provided by Dex. The crystal fragment tumbles from his grasp. In that critical moment, another hand seizes Vincent's arm. Ishran has reappeared. Somehow, the old custodian manages to restrain Vincent's advance. "Enough, Vincent. Do you not remember our shared dreams?" Ishran croaks, his voice trembling. "The song was meant to unite us." For a brief moment, Vincent's eyes flash with conflicting emotions as memories of a long-forgotten past surface. Seizing the opportunity, Serafina unleashes a burst of silver light that forces Vincent to loosen his grip. Realizing his position is untenable, Vincent glares at the trio, his voice laced with venom. "One day, you will all regret this." He vanishes into a wisp of purple smoke. In the ensuing silence, Michael retrieves the fallen crystal fragment and hands it to Serafina. "We have one more piece in our grasp." Serafina nods, her eyes glistening with both hope and sorrow. Ishran, now weakened, smiles faintly as he cradles the fragment. With his last strength, he murmurs, "Complete the song, and let our memories live on." As Ishran fades away into the desolation of our chorus, the loss, though soft, leaves an indelible mark on their hearts. With two crystal fragments in hand, Serafina reveals that the final convergence must occur at Echo Throne, a realm hidden within the folds of space where spiritual energy is magnified beyond measure. Echo Throne is not located on any planet, but exists within a dimensional crevice. Thrive must execute a phase jump to reach it. Serafina carefully stabilizes her energy while Michael verifies the ship's instruments. "This jump is extremely risky," Dex warns. "The folded space is unstable. One small miscalculation and we could be lost in the void." Taking a deep breath, Michael meets Serafina's determined gaze and nods. "We have no other choice." Thrive shudders violently as it initiates the phase jump. Outside, a chaotic maelstrom of swirling colors and distorted light envelops the ship. Time seems to stretch into 1,000 fragments, but Serafina's steady hand on Michael's arm grounds him, as she murmurs a soothing incantation. Then, with a sudden jolt, everything falls silent. They find themselves in a vast, monochrome expanse dominated by a floating obsidian dais surrounded by countless flickering stars. Stepping onto the dais, Serafina holds the two crystal fragments aloft. They begin to pulse in unison, converging into a single luminous hexagonal crystal. Intricate veins of light spread outward like lifelines, stitching the very fabric of space. "All that remains is to place this crystal into the core of Echo Throne," Serafina explains. "Then the song shall be reborn." Suddenly, the dais trembles violently. From a burst of violet smoke, Vincent reappears. This time, his body is scarred with intense energy patterns, his eyes blazing red as though he has transcended mortality. "I cannot allow you to complete this," he bellows, his voice a fusion of rage and despair. A colossal pillar of energy erupts from Vincent's scepter, lashing out toward Michael and Serafina. The force throws Serafina aside. Michael dives to intercept the attack, but Vincent's overwhelming power pushes him back. Gathering every ounce of determination, Serafina staggers to her feet, her eyes blazing with resolve. She channels every fiber of her being into a protective barrier of silver light. Vincent strikes again, shattering the barrier and scattering sparks of violet energy across the expanse. The cosmos itself seems to waver as the conflict reaches its zenith. In the decisive moment, Michael lunges forward. With trembling hands, he retrieves the hexagonal crystal from Serafina and races toward the heart of the dais. Vincent roars, unleashing one final devastating burst of energy. Dex's urgent voice echoes through the comms. "Michael, danger!" But Michael, with an unwavering resolve, presses the crystal into the dais's core just as the violet blast engulfs him. The core of the dais absorbs the crystal, erupting in a blinding white radiance. An ethereal voice rises from the depths, a celestial melody that resonates through every fiber of existence. Crystalline veins extend outward, weaving through the crevices of space and rekindling lost memories across the cosmos. Michael, battered and bruised, collapses as the overwhelming energy courses through him. Vincent is struck down by the luminous force, his defiant expression softening into one of regret. Serafina rushes to Michael's side, gently placing her hand on his forehead. "Do not give up," she whispers. "Our connection is almost complete." The celestial song swells, merging disparate fragments of memory. Smiles of Ishran, the luminous cities of the Larathari, and even Vincent's tormented past, into a single healing stream of consciousness. The interstellar tapestry mends itself, not by erasing pain, but by transforming it into a symphony of healing. Lying in the radiant glow, Vincent, now humbled, gazes upward. Tears streak his face as he murmurs, "I'm sorry, I allowed fear to control me." Serafina steps forward, compassion softening her tone as she reassures him. "We all share this song. Even in our errors, there is hope." As the light gradually dims, Echo Throne becomes one with the celestial white, leaving behind a profound, resonant silence. Michael slowly rises, Dex's voice now a gentle murmur in his mind. "Remarkable, I have never processed a signal as profound as this. It is not mere data, but pure emotion, pure life." When the light recedes, Echo Throne melds back into the monochrome expanse. Michael feels uplifted, transformed by the journey. He looks over at Serafina and then toward Vincent, who now kneels in remorse. In that moment, Michael realizes that Vincent, too, has learned the price of denying memory. Returning aboard Thrive, Michael sits quietly, his gaze occasionally drifting to Serafina. He recalls the familiar hum of New Frontier Station, his days spent repairing circuits, and even the burrito he once hesitated over. This journey has reshaped him from an ordinary technician into a vital part of an ancient cosmic symphony. "Am I heading back to Earth?" Serafina asks softly. Michael gazes out into the starlit void, pondering his past life, his new responsibilities, and the half-eaten meal of destiny. With a wry smile, he replies, "I must return for now, but I know this isn't the end. The universe is vast, and the interstellar song has only just begun." Dex chimes in cheerily, "Just make sure you recharge. My sensors wouldn't forgive another fainting spell from hunger during a cosmic celebration." Serafina laughs gently, nodding in agreement. "Perhaps our journey has only just begun," Michael Anders. Thrive resumes its course, gliding through the folded expanse of space as countless stars twinkle around them. Michael no longer sees himself as a mere technician lost in routine. He has become an essential note in the grand cosmic symphony, a living testament that even the most ordinary among us can illuminate the universe with hope and connection. A new resonance lingers in the cosmos, a promise that what was lost can be found, and that with courage, unity, and the willingness to remember, every soul can join in the eternal song of the stars. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to support our channel and stay tuned for more epic stories like this. Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts on the story. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're listening from too. We love hearing from fans all over the world.